Hello everyone and welcome aboard to Surf's Up Build episode number 8. A very exciting episode for me because after 6 years, I'm finally going to redo my dashboard. I'm going to take this old dated thing and turn it into this. Hopefully it looks really nice. You guys are seeing it in the future. I have yet to build that yet. But thankfully, I get the chance to thanks to Orca. Orca is the same company that made the Orca Core 2. That is the device that I installed in episode number 6. That is the GPS and networking unit that lets me control all of my charts and all my vessel's data on my phone and my iPad. And they were also kind enough to go ahead and send me a display, so I will have a permanently mounted chart plotter on my dashboard, finally. Something a lot of boaters do the second they get their vessel. I have been patiently waiting, and today is finally the day. For the last 6 years, I've been navigating off of this little compass right here. Let me start by showing you guys my vision by unboxing the Orca Display right here. The Orca Display 2 is an Android-style tablet device. You'll notice there is no back to this thing. It's not a big, bulky chart plotter. This thing actually mounts to a wireless charger and just sits right on my dashboard where I can unhook it, remove it, and walk around the entire vessel with it. It connects to the core wirelessly, so it can be located anywhere on your vessel, and if you haven't checked out that video, go ahead and be sure to. I'll also be making a more full-length video interview on the entire Orca ecosystem once I have all these devices installed and I've been using them for a while. Instead, today we'll be focusing on installing this device, and in order to do that, we have the Orca flush mount right here. Comes with everything you need, like the template, all the stuff that we'll go over when I actually go ahead and start building the dash. But to briefly go over it, this mount here is a wireless charger. It can either be flush mount or surface mount to the location of your choice. Your display clips right into it. It does not connect to any sort of NEMA 2000 system, transducer, anything like that, because we already hooked up our core to our vessel and the core wirelessly communicates to the display. That means that all I have to do is find enough space on this dashboard here to go ahead and add the mount. I have a couple plans for this, which includes moving a lot of these switches down inside the vessel. And the primary step is relocate one of these engine data displays, the vessel views, down here lower in between the actual gear and throttle levers. Since you're out here on the water, I'm gonna need some of this to still operate, primarily the bilge pump switches. So let's go ahead and start to get all this disassembled, and then we'll take it over to the workshop and I can start to build my new dashboard. Couple notes for when you're taking apart your dash. I take photos of all of it and that I label it. For example, we want to make sure we have each port and starboard side labeled just like right there. So we just got it off successfully. You could see the remnants of the old dash here where they actually just made it into the fiberglass. I want to make mine sit perfectly in here, and then I'm going to seal it with 4200 so that it ends up being a lot more watertight than this one was. Everything else is now down here in our disaster nest of electronics for the moment. I'm going to clean this up, and I'll see you guys with the new material that I'm going to be building this thing out of back at the shop. So I went ahead and took the old piece and just kind of tried to line up my saw to it right here, and I think I got it lined up pretty good. Hope I do it right. Lined them up here using my old geometry skills, and I think they're about the same angle. Much harder to cut than I thought it would be, if we're being totally honest. All right, time for the moment of truth. Width-wise, very happy with that. Close, but good. Height-wise, we are very off. All right, sorry for skipping through so much of that, but at the end of the day, this video is about installing a display, not how to cut acrylic. This was your favorite part of the video. I'm sorry I flew through it, but I went ahead and I tested it out. Then I went ahead and pre-drilled holes and drew where the gear levers need to be. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all of my new holes. But instead of telling you guys all this, why don't I go ahead and show you? Successful day yesterday. We got the shape cut out exactly how we want it after about 1,000 trips to the boat. Now all we need to do is attach the Orca mount, which is what this video has been about the entire time. I'm gonna go ahead and do it both ways. I'm gonna start with the kind of floating style surface mount version, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flush mount it. I wanna try to cut out this B side perfectly so that I can still use it for the outside holes when I do the B side, but we're doing the A side here where I need these 4 smaller holes. So I can actually see on the B side where the holes for the A side are. So I'm gonna end up using the B side because it has these cross-section lines that'll help me get it perfectly center. The mount here comes with its own hardware, so you do need to make sure that you line them up perfectly because you actually cannot put the mount over it and then drill through where you would think they would be. So these are actual bolts, these are not screws, so there will be a bolt you put on the back. So we want our hole to be the size of the diameter of the stud here. I believe that to be a 5/32. Just like that, we have our holes, and you actually need one last hole, which I'm gonna drill with a 3/16, something a little slightly bigger. That's gonna be for this little power cable that comes off the back corner right there. This is also when you're gonna decide what side of your dashboard you want this little connection to pop out on. I'm right-handed, so I'm leaning towards putting it on the right side, which means the power cable I need to mount should go in a hole on the left side there. The display itself can be mounted in either direction, so this is just strictly personal preference. Let's go ahead and make sure that fits. Look at that. There we are. Now to finish mounting it, we take those studs that I mentioned earlier. There's actually 2 different types. One has a smaller spacer, the other one has a larger spacer. We're gonna wanna use the larger spacer one so that we have a little bit left on it to actually tighten these with any kind of tool we need. We do it to the 3 other corners we have. Now I mentioned this thing's through bolted. This thing actually has little hand thread nuts here with a little rubber washer. You just lift it up and hand tighten it on, and it's not going anywhere. And there we go. After all that trouble I had building this whole dashboard for the last 2 days, it took all of 10 minutes to actually install the Orca mount. This first position we have it in is kind of the floating position, which actually looks really nice. Now let's get all this tape off. I'll install this thing on my vessel and do the big reveal for what the floating mount looks like. And before I show it to you, I have 2 issues with it. I want to see if you guys can figure them out. One of them is a small issue and the other one is a big one. But without further ado, here we go. Whoa! As I mentioned, I have 2 issues with this thing. One issue is I didn't want to drill all the way through right there, really small blemish in what is otherwise a perfect dash setup. But the biggest issue I have with this thing is I think I like it in its orientation too much. I told you guys that I was gonna do both orientations, the floating and then cutting it out and making it more flush. Bit of a YouTuber's dilemma here. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is floating. In fact, I know I'm just gonna leave it how it is floating. And let me explain my logic to you and why, so you don't just think it's because I'm lazy. The primary reason is you don't really ever see floating chart plotters like this, sticking off the dash. I really like it. I think it's closer to me when I'm standing at the helm. It doesn't get in the way of my gears or throttles at all, so there's no reason to make it lower. And the reason you don't really ever see it is because there aren't a lot of other chart plotters that have the functionality of this Orca display. This video has been a lot of me making the dashboard. It reminds me a lot of episode 1 of the Surf's Up build series, where I ended up getting a lead-time lithium battery and spending the whole video making a battery box for it. You get the really cool thing that's easy to install, and then you have to do this whole big project around it. That's kind of what ended up happening here. And that's because this Orca display, and the Orca core for that matter, are extremely easy to set up. In fact, the most difficult part about installing both of these units is just figuring out where you want to put them, where you want to mount the GPS, and whether you want the floating style or the flush style. So let me go over how I installed it one last time, because it only took me 10 minutes of the 3 days I've been working on this project to actually put the Orca mount on. And I think that'll give you a better idea of why I'm sticking to the floating mount instead of going back and cutting out a big chunk of my dash. For starters, this Orca display, well, it's removable. You unclip this right here, and then you can go ahead and lift up the chart plotter, and you can take it with you wherever you want on your vessel. It's totally wireless. It has a network that syncs with the Orca Core 2 that I have installed under my helm here. And so if I want to scope out a new anchorage, I can do it from here, or even down here, or even on the bow up here. I mean, with this thing's functionality, I can even navigate the boat from the toilet. And that's why I like this mount in the floating position, because if I didn't mention it earlier, because this thing has to lock and unlock to be removable, the mount actually does sit on top of the dashboard the width of the unit. That means that this thing will never be perfectly flush with the height of your dash like some other chart plotters. I think it's well worth it to have the functionality of removing it, and I also like the fact that you get buttons on the tops and sides of it that you can actually touch. This way you have the look of a complete touchscreen device, but the functionality that you get with buttons. If I push the ones on the top, the plus and minus, I can zoom the chart in and out. And when it's mounted in the floating position and locked away, I can go ahead and tuck this little tag right behind it there, and I don't have to see it anymore. Now, let me go below and show you guys another reason why this floating display is so unique, and that is because this is the only cable coming out of it. As you guys saw, I could walk around the whole boat with the display unit. Well, that means that the only thing you need going through your dash here is just one power cable to charge that wireless charger. That means in the future, whenever Orca comes out with some new stuff, or I gotta change my dash, I pretty much have a fresh dashboard here with only 5 holes drilled in it instead of a giant space cutout. And if you didn't check out my installation of the Orca Core 2, well, you can see it right here, sitting underneath. That one as well only has 2 cables you need to connect. Like I mentioned, the hardest part of this thing is just figuring out where you want to put them. There's a third option for mounting one of these displays. I went ahead and put a secondary mount inside my vessel. The mount itself is the same, but this one attaches to an articulating style gear arm. That means when I'm away from my boat, I can mount it here instead of up on my dash to keep it out of the weather. And when I spend the night on anchor, I can see my anchor alarm down here, my chart, where my boat's located. And I'm not sure if you guys can see, because this thing runs on Android software, I can even use Android apps like Google Drive to tell me my scripts when I'm filming. And when I connect it to Starlink, I can use it as a little smart TV. It can be my own little Netflix machine. I can watch my favorite shows underway or at night. These are just a couple of the sneak peeks of what you can do with this Orca display and ecosystem. I'll be coming out with a full video reviewing it in the future, not just a surface up build video. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can see that, and so that I can make more cool content with all the latest boating toys. Let me know down in the comments whether you would go with the floating mount like I did or the flush mount. And thank you guys for watching, and smooth sailing.